Indicator species are those species that are the canary in the coal mine, so to speak. If you have the presence of some of these very sensitive species, that's a good indicator that the rest of the system is in pretty good shape.
Liz has got two.
We're standing in Fish Creek, one of the most biologically diverse streams in the entire Great Lakes Basin, and for that matter, one of the most rich and biologically diverse streams in the Midwest. Our crew's out here mussel surveying today. It's actually the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service and several other partners that are out here with the Nature Conservancy.
Mussels are a keystone part of the aquatic species composition. They're filter feeders, and so they're very sensitive to low water quality. In areas with really good water quality, you're likely to find diverse mussel communities and large numbers of mussels, whereas in areas with lower water quality, you don't find as many species.
When we started 30 years ago, the mussels were definitely in decline. So to come out here today and see the diversity of mussels, the quantity, and also the age diversity of the mussels is really satisfying to see. Fish Creek was just like any other Midwestern agricultural stream until about 30 years ago. At the time, the Nature Conservancy was realizing to really protect nature, we could not just buy land, create nature preserves, and keep people and nature separate. We actually had to find ways that nature and people could thrive together, where we as an organization would actually go into areas that had high biodiversity and rare species, but work with the communities to actually try to protect those areas. We needed to work with the farmers to control any soil erosion on their lands, so that meant a variety of conservation practices. We needed to restore as many wetlands as we could in the watershed to try to hold the water on the land for longer periods of time. And then we wanted to buffer the Fish Creek corridor with trees. The farmers and landowners really implemented those to where this part of the eastern corn belt had one of the highest adoption rates of conservation tillage and one of the highest rates of conservation reserve program participation, which is the program that many farmers use to plant the trees and still get some income off their land.
This is the St. Joe River. Fish Creek's right about a mile as a crow flies straight to the south here. The Fish Creek joins together in St. Joe. We've had the Conservation Reserve Program along the edge of the river probably in the last 25 years. It's just like a filter strip. It really can keep the river nice and as clean as what we can do for it.
At one time, over 80% of the soybeans and over 50% of the corn was planted with a no-till farming method. We also planted hundreds of thousands of trees. I may even be pushing 1 million with the local landowners. And we certainly restored hundreds of acres of wetlands around this watershed. Fish Creek sets the bar that we can actually have high quality streams with great biodiversity in them and yet still have a working landscape around them.
We're standing in the middle of about 670 acres of forest and wetland restoration. If you go a half mile in almost any direction from where we're standing right now, you're going to hit row crop agriculture. This was standing corn in 2009. Restoration work began in 2010. This project here is providing that distance between Fish Creek and development, Fish Creek and agriculture. In the same way that water and soil protection efforts in active agriculture play, this plays much of the same role, but on top of that, we're also trying to rebuild the forested landscape that was here more than 150, 200 years ago. One of the single most important things we can do is protect our remnant landscapes and then begin the process of rebuilding what was. When we look at climate change mitigation, when we look at water quality, biodiversity, resilience, T&E species, pick your topic, the no-brainer simple answer is land. Protect land, restore land. There's like the pure pragmatic connection. You know, Fish Creek feeds into a larger system which serves as a source of drinking water for a lot of folks downstream. And the folks that live up here, they are connected to those folks downstream because of Fish Creek. Right? We're all connected by these waterways. There's a pride in just having that natural history. There's a pride in having that clean water system, and understanding that that clean water is for everybody to share, not just the organisms that live in it, but the people that rely on it as well.